you first read those words, they are not okay. Something inside you probably shifted. Because that phrase alone is not a small thing, and the cards are already confirming exactly what it means. This is not a situation where this person has moved on, dusted themselves off, and found peace on the other side. The cards are showing me right from the start that this person is carrying something heavy and it has not let them go. They want to apologize, they want to clarify everything, and they are still in love with you. And all three of those things are connected. I feel like you cannot fully want to apologize without still caring deeply about the person you hurt. You cannot want to clarify everything without still wanting to be understood by them, without still wanting a real connection. And you cannot still be in love and be okay. Not when things are left unresolved the way they are right now. So yeah, the title of this reading is not just words. The cards are going to walk us through exactly why every part of it is true. The first card I am drawing for this energy is the Four of Cups. And wow, the Four of Cups here is speaking directly to the inner world of this person right now. This is a card of withdrawal, of sitting with your own thoughts, of being so caught up in what you are feeling that the outside world almost fades. I feel like this person has been in a very introspective place, turning things over in their mind and not fully able to escape what happened between you two. There is a stillness here that looks like calm from the outside, but on the inside, it is anything but calm. They are restless, they are unsettled, and the Four of Cups is telling me that the emotion they are sitting with is pointing directly back to you. The next card coming in is the Five of Cups. And I feel like this is one of the most honest cards that could come up here because the Five of Cups does not hide anything. This is a card of regret, of grief, of standing in a moment and truly feeling the weight of what you lost or what you caused. This person is not brushing things under the rug. They are in the thick of it emotionally. And these cards are showing that without any softening, I feel like the apology that wants to come through was born in this exact energy right here. It was born in the moments where this person replayed what happened and felt the sting of knowing things did not have to go the way they did. The Five of Cups is also telling me that this person has been grieving the version of things that could have been, and that grief is still very present. The third card here is the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords in this position is a card of clarity, of truth, of a mind that has finally cut through the noise and landed on something real. I feel like this person has done a lot of thinking, a lot of processing, and they have arrived at a place of mental clarity about what they want to say. The Ace of Swords is telling me that the clarification they want to bring you comes from a place of genuine honesty, not from strategy, not from ego. They have thought carefully about what happened, how it came across, and they want you to know all of it. I feel like the words have been forming for a while now, and the desire to speak them is becoming stronger with every passing day. The next card is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups here is confirming something that I think you probably already feel somewhere deep inside. This card is about genuine connection, about two people who share something real, something that does not just disappear because of a difficult moment. I feel like the love that is still present in this situation is being confirmed loudly right here. The Two of Cups does not show up unless there is something authentic between two people, and it is very much showing up for you today. This person still loves you. The cards are not whispering that. They are saying it clearly, and the Two of Cups is the proof. So yeah, the first layer of this reading is already painting a very clear picture, and there is so much more still to come through for you. This person is not okay, and the cards are validating that fully. There is real regret, real longing, and real emotional discomfort on their side. The apology is not just a thought. The desire to clarify is not just a passing feeling. It is building, it is real, and it is pointed directly at you. And through all of it, the love is still there, sitting quietly underneath everything, holding its ground. I feel like The cards are being very generous with the truth today, and we are honestly just getting started. Let's continue and see what is on your side, because this part of the reading is specifically about you and what you have been carrying through all of this. I feel like a lot of people watching this have been holding something inside that they have not been able to fully release. There is an energy around you right now that feels very contained, like you have been managing your emotions carefully and keeping a lot behind closed doors. The first card for your side is the Eight of Swords. And wow, this card right here is so telling about where you have been mentally and what this situation has been doing to you. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling trapped, a feeling like no matter which direction you look, there is something blocking the way forward. I feel like you have been in a mental space that felt almost like a loop going over the same thoughts, the same questions, the same moments, again and again. There is a kind of paralysis here, not because you don't know what you want, but because the uncertainty of the situation has made it hard to move. You have been waiting and wondering, and the Eight of Swords is showing me that the waiting has been heavy on you, even if you haven't shown it. I feel like part of you has been asking yourself whether you should reach out, whether you should hold your ground, whether what you felt was even real. And the answer to that last question is yes. What you felt was very real, and the cards are going to keep confirming that for you today. The next card on your side is the Lovers. Now the Lovers card coming in here for you is one of the most powerful positions this card can land in. I feel like this card is speaking to the depth of what you feel for this person and how much of yourself has been wrapped up in this connection. The Lovers is not a casual card. It is not about surface level attraction. It is about a bond that touches something core inside of you. There is a soul level recognition here, a feeling that this person reached a part of you that most people never get to, and that is significant. I feel like even in the moments where you have been frustrated or hurt or unsure underneath all of it, the love has still been there. The Lovers is confirming that you have not been able to simply turn this off, and that is not a weakness. That is just the truth of what this connection means to you. There is also a decision energy here, a sense that a part of you has been weighing things quietly even when you appeared calm on the outside. I feel like you have been asking yourself what you truly want from this, what you are willing to open back up to, and what you need in order to feel safe again. The Lover says those questions are valid, and the fact that you are still asking them means the connection still matters deeply to you. The next card here is the Star, and the Star for you is one of the most healing cards in this entire deck. And I am so glad it is showing up on your side today. I feel like despite everything, despite the confusion and the waiting and the emotional weight of all of this, there is a part of you that still holds hope. It might be a quiet hope. It might be something you don't say out loud, but the Star is telling me it is there and it is real. There is a softness inside of you around this situation, a willingness to believe that things could still turn around if the right things happen. The Star is also speaking to your intuition, and I feel like your gut has been telling you something about this person, something that logic has been trying to talk you out of. Trust that, because the Star does not bring that kind of energy unless there is something genuinely worth holding on to here. I feel like the cards are showing a version of you that is strong and patient and deeply feeling all at the same time. You are not someone who gives up easily, and you are not someone who stops caring overnight, and the cards are honoring that about you right now. The last card on your side is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups here is speaking to a very tender, very honest part of you that has been present through all of this. I feel like there is a vulnerability inside of you around this situation, a part that is open and quietly hoping, even when the mind is trying to stay logical. The Page of Cups is the part of you that still believes in the beauty of this connection, that still holds space for what this could be if given the chance. So yeah, your side of this reading is full and emotional and very much alive, and the cards are seeing all of it clearly. You have been carrying a lot and holding yourself together beautifully, and the cards are not missing any of it. There is so much depth on your side, so much genuine feeling, and what is coming next is going to speak directly to the other side of this. Now let's move forward and see what is coming through. Because this part is entirely about this person, their motives, their fears, and what is actually driving all of this on their end. I feel like understanding their side is going to bring a lot of clarity to everything that has felt confusing up until now. The first card for their side is the Nine of Swords. And wow, the Nine of Swords right here is not a card that sugarcoats anything. It is a card of mental anguish, of nights that don't feel restful, of a mind that will not quiet down. I feel like this person has been in a very dark mental space, one that they are probably not sharing openly with the people around them. There is an anxiety here, a restlessness, a kind of inner noise that has been following this person around and not giving them peace. The Nine of Swords is telling me that the thoughts this person is having about you, about what happened, about what they did, are not light or casual. They are heavy, they are persistent, and they are showing up at the worst times, like late at night or first thing in the morning, when the mind has no distractions. I feel like this person has been waking up with you on their mind and going to sleep with unfinished business sitting on their chest. The Nine of Swords also speaks to guilt here, and I feel like the guilt this person is carrying has become one of the loudest things in their inner world. They know what they did or what they didn't do or how they came across, and they have not been able to escape the awareness of it. The next card for their side is the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight of Cups, coming in here for this person, is telling me something very specific about what is stirring inside of them right now. I feel like this card is showing a romantic, emotionally driven side of this person that is rising back to the surface. The Knight of Cups is someone who leads with feeling, who is moved by emotion, who acts from the heart even when the timing feels complicated. And right now, that part of this person is very much activated. They are feeling pulled toward you, pulled toward making things right, pulled toward saying all the things they have been holding back. I feel like the desire to reach out and apologize is not something they have been casually thinking about. It has been building like a pressure inside of them. The next card here is the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups for their side is speaking to something interesting. A confusion, a foggy energy, where this person has been wrestling with their own thoughts and not always landing in clarity. I feel like part of what has kept this person from reaching out sooner is that they have been overthinking, second guessing, and talking themselves into and out of things repeatedly. There are fears here, real ones. Fear of rejection, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear that the door is already closed and the apology will land too late. The Seven of Cups is showing me that this person's mind has been a very busy, very uncertain place, and that uncertainty has been one of the main things holding them back. I feel like they are not sure how you will receive them, and that not knowing has felt paralyzing at times. But the Seven of Cups also shows me something shifting. The fog is starting to thin, the clarity is starting to break through, and the excuses are running out. The last card for their side is the Judgment card. And wow, Judgment coming in here is one of the most significant cards that could appear in this position. Judgment is a card of reckoning, of being called to account, of hearing something deep inside that says the time to act is now. I feel like this person has had a moment of awakening recently. A realization that landed hard and made something shift permanently in how they see this situation. Something clicked for them, something became undeniably clear, and the Judgment card is telling me that whatever that moment was, it changed things. There is a calling here, a pull that feels bigger than fear, bigger than pride, bigger than the overthinking, a pull towards you that this person can no longer ignore. I feel like the trigger for all of this, the thing that set everything in motion, was a moment of honest self-reflection that this person could not run from. They looked at themselves clearly. They looked at what they walked away from or how they handled things. And Judgment showed them the truth. So yeah, their side is complex and layered and very emotionally charged, and the cards are being very thorough in showing us exactly what is going on with them. The fear is real, the guilt is real, the love is real, and the calling to come forward is becoming impossible to silence. I feel like everything on their side right now is pointing in one direction, and that direction is back to you. Let's keep going and see what is here for you, because this part of the reading is about what this person is actually about to do and how things are going to start shifting. I feel like this is the section where the energy moves from internal to external, from what they have been feeling to what they are about to act on. The first card here is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands coming into this position is giving me a very specific and very direct message about timing. This card moves fast. It does not sit still. It does not overthink. It builds momentum and then it goes. I feel like what I am seeing here is that this person is approaching a point where the internal push to reach out is going to become an actual move. The Knight of Wands does not wait forever. It reaches a threshold. And when that threshold is crossed, the action follows quickly. I feel like the contact that is coming is not going to be carefully scheduled or strategically planned. It is going to come from an impulse, a moment where this person just decides to go. There is a boldness starting to rise in them, a courage that has been buried under the guilt and the overthinking, and the Knight of Wands says it is coming to the surface. Now, the way this is going to happen is direct. I feel like this person is going to reach out personally, not through someone else, not with hints or signs. They are going to come to you with their words, with their truth, and the Knight of Wands says it is going to feel genuine and unfiltered. The next card is the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands here is a card of looking forward, of standing at a new horizon and seeing possibility on the other side. I feel like this card is telling me that this person has already started to mentally step into a version of things where they have reached out, where they have said what they need to say. They are beginning to envision a different outcome, a better place. And the Three of Wands says that vision is part of what is pulling them into action. There is an anticipation here, a quiet excitement underneath the nervousness, because this person can see what things could look like if they take the step. I feel like the hope of being received well is starting to outweigh the fear of being rejected, and that shift is everything. The Three of Wands is also showing me that something is already in motion on their end. Plans are forming, the words are taking shape, and the window is getting closer. What changes with this is the whole dynamic between you two. The silence that has been sitting in the space is about to be broken, and something new is going to start coming through. The next card is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups here is so beautiful in this position because it speaks to nostalgia, to sweetness, to the memory of what was good between two people. I feel like part of what this person is bringing with them when they reach out is a remembering, a reaching back into the best moments you shared together. They are going to remind you of who you were to each other, and the Six of Cups says that remembering is going to be very present in how they approach this conversation. There is a softness coming, a tenderness in how this person intends to show up, not with demands or defensiveness, but with openness and warmth. I feel like the apology is going to come wrapped in something genuine, something that takes you back to why this connection meant so much in the first place. The Six of Cups is also showing me that what changes is not just the communication, it is the emotional tone of everything between you two. Something warmer, something more honest, something that feels like coming back to a place you both recognize is starting to come through. The last card in this section is the Wheel of Fortune. And wow, the Wheel of Fortune here is one of those cards that makes me sit up because it speaks to turning points, to cycles completing, to fate moving things into alignment. I feel like this moment that is coming is not just a random event. There is a timing to it, a rightness to it, that goes beyond what either of you has consciously planned. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that a shift is happening at a bigger level, that the cycle of distance and silence is reaching its natural end. Things are about to change, and the cards are saying that this change has been building for a while, and now it is finally arriving. I feel like when this person does reach out, you are going to feel something settle inside of you, like a piece that has been out of place is finally returning. So, yeah, the action is coming, the shift is real, and the Wheel of Fortune says the timing of all of this is not an accident. What is about to happen has been written in the energy of this connection for a while now, and it is finally ready to move. Now let's go deeper and see what is underneath this, because this part is the most intimate layer of the reading, the hidden confessions, the things never said out loud, the truths this person has been carrying in silence. I feel like this is the section that is going to hit the hardest, because it is the most honest and the most unguarded. The first card here is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess in this position is immediately telling me that there is so much more beneath the surface of what this person has shown you. This card is the keeper of secrets, of depth, of everything that lives in the space between what is said and what is truly felt. I feel like this person has layers that they have never fully opened up to you, emotions held back even in the moments when they were closest to you. There is a depth of feeling here that has been carefully guarded, and the High Priestess is lifting the veil on all of it right now, what they have never said. Starts here with a love that goes deeper than anything they have ever put into words. I feel like this person has felt things for you that they convinced themselves were too much to say, too vulnerable to admit, too risky to put out into the open. The High Priestess is showing me that behind the silence, behind whatever happened between you two, there is a well of emotion that has never been fully expressed, and that well has not dried up. It is still full, still present, still waiting for the moment when it finally gets to pour out. The next card is the Five of Wands reversed. And the Five of Wands reversed here is telling me something very specific about the inner battle this person has been fighting privately. I feel like there has been a war inside of this person between the part of them that wants to stay guarded and the part desperate to be honest with you. That internal conflict has been exhausting, and the reversal of this card is telling me that the fight is ending, that one side is finally winning. The side that wants to be honest, the side that wants to confess, the side that is done holding things in, that side is taking over now. I feel like what they never said includes things like how much they missed you during the silence, how many times they stopped themselves from reaching out. There are confessions here about specific moments, moments where they almost said something real and pulled back at the last second out of fear. The Five of Wands reversed says the holding back is done, the internal resistance is collapsing, and what has been locked inside is getting ready to come out. The next card is the Moon reversed. Now the Moon reversed in this position is one of the most revealing placements it could land in for this section. I feel like what this card is showing me is that the illusions this person hid behind are dissolving, the masks are coming off, and the truth is surfacing. There is something this person has not been fully honest about, not just with you, but with themselves, a depth of feeling they have been minimizing. The Moon reversed is telling me that they can no longer pretend that what they feel is casual or manageable or something they can just set aside. I feel like the physical and emotional pull they have towards you is stronger than they have let on, stronger than they have admitted to anyone, including themselves. There is a longing here that is not just emotional, it is deeply physical, a missing that lives in the body as much as in the heart. I feel like this person thinks about the closeness, the warmth, the specific feeling of being near you, in ways they would never say aloud. The Moon reversed says those unspoken things are the realest things they carry, and they are about to stop pretending otherwise. The last card in this section is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles coming in here is surprising and beautiful at the same time because this card speaks to new beginnings that are grounded and real. I feel like what this card is showing me is that this person wants to offer you something concrete, something solid, something that is not just words. The hidden confession underneath all of this is that they want a real chance, not a conversation to ease their guilt, not a quick fix, but an actual fresh start with you. They have never said that directly, but the Ace of Pentacles is pulling it out into the open right now. I feel like what this person has never said is that they see a future with you, that they want to build something, that the thought of you not being in their life feels like an unbearable loss. So yeah, this layer of the reading is dense and full, and the cards have been extremely generous in what they are showing us. The confessions are real, the desire is real, and the things never said are sitting right here, more than most people ever get to see. Now let's move into the next layer, because this final part is where the cards bring everything together: the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the closing message for you. I feel like after everything that has come through in this reading, this last section is going to feel like a deep exhale. The first card here is the Sunday. And wow, the Sunday coming in for your near future is one of the most beautiful and affirming cards this deck has to offer. I feel like this card is a direct message from the universe that what is coming for you is light and warmth and a kind of relief that you have been waiting on for a while. The Sunday does not bring false promises. It does not show up as a consolation. It shows up when real, genuine positivity is on its way. There is a clarity coming into your situation, a moment where the confusion and the waiting begins to lift, and something much brighter starts to take its place. I feel like the near future around this connection is not heavy. It is actually moving towards something open, something that breathes, something that finally has room to grow. The Sunday is telling me that the outcome of this situation, handled with honesty and heart, has every potential to be something genuinely good. The next card is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups here is giving me such a warm and celebratory energy for what is ahead. I feel like this card is speaking to reconnection, to joy, to the kind of moment where two people come back together and something genuinely good is felt between them. There is a reunion energy here. Not a dramatic one, not a complicated one, but a real warm human moment of coming back to each other. The Three of Cups is also telling me that the outcome of this apology, this clarification, this love that is still present, has the potential to open into something worth celebrating. I feel like if both people show up honestly, if the walls come down and the truth is spoken, what is on the other side of that conversation is something worth moving toward. The advice this card carries is to stay open, not guarded, not braced for the worst, but genuinely open to the possibility that this could go well. Now the next card is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands in this position is another deeply affirming energy for your outcome. This is a card of homecoming, of stability, of arriving somewhere that feels right. I feel like this card is showing me a version of this connection that has found its footing, that has moved through the hard part and landed somewhere solid. The Four of Wands speaks to a foundation, not just a rekindling of feeling, but an actual grounded place where two people can stand together without wobbling. I feel like the cards are saying that if this connection is given the chance it is asking for, there is something genuinely stable and beautiful waiting on the other side. The advice from this card is to trust the process. The discomfort of this moment is not the end of the story. It is actually the doorway into something more secure. And the final card is the World. I feel like the World card closing out this reading is not a coincidence. This is the card of completion, of full circle moments, of something arriving exactly where it was always meant to be. The World is telling me that this situation has a resolution, and that the resolution has a sense of rightness to it, like two things that were always supposed to find each other, finding each other again. I feel like For the people this reading truly belongs to, something is completing and beginning at the same time, the end of the uncertainty and the beginning of something real. The world also carries a message about your own journey, about how much you have grown through this period, and how that growth is part of what is preparing you for what is coming. I feel like you are not the same person you were when this situation first started. You are more grounded, more clear, more aware of what you actually deserve and what you want and what you deserve. The cards are saying clearly is someone who shows up with honesty, with love, with the willingness to say the hard things and fight for the connection. So yeah, this reading has been one of the most full and layered ones the cards have given us, and I hope it landed somewhere true for you. I feel like the message today was not just about them. It was also a reminder to you of your own worth and your own strength and your own capacity to receive something real. Whatever is coming, it is coming with intention. It is coming with love. And the cards are saying that you are more than ready for it. Take care of yourself, trust what you feel, and know that the cards are always in your corner. This one was for you, and I hope it gave you exactly what you needed today, because this final part is where the cards bring everything together: the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the closing message for you. I feel like after everything that has come through in this reading, this last section is going to feel like a deep exhale. The first card here is the Sunday. And wow, the Sunday coming in for your near future is one of the most beautiful and affirming cards this deck has to offer. I feel like this card is a direct message from the universe that what is coming for you is light and warmth and a kind of relief that you have been waiting on for a while. The Sunday does not bring false promises. It does not show up as a consolation. It shows up when real, genuine positivity is on its way. There is a clarity coming into your situation, a moment where the confusion and the waiting begins to lift, and something much brighter starts to take its place. I feel like the near future around this connection is not heavy. It is actually moving towards something open, something that breathes, something that finally has room to grow. The Sunday is telling me that the outcome of this situation, handled with honesty and heart, has every potential to be something genuinely good. The next card is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups here is giving me such a warm and celebratory energy for what is ahead. I feel like this card is speaking to reconnection, to joy, to the kind of moment where two people come back together and something genuinely good is felt between them. There is a reunion energy here. Not a dramatic one, not a complicated one, but a real warm human moment of coming back to each other. The Three of Cups is also telling me that the outcome of this apology, this clarification, this love that is still present, has the potential to open into something worth celebrating. I feel like if both people show up honestly, if the walls come down and the truth is spoken, what is on the other side of that conversation is something worth moving toward. The advice this card carries is to stay open, not guarded, not braced for the worst, but genuinely open to the possibility that this could go well. Now the next card is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands in this position is another deeply affirming energy for your outcome. This is a card of homecoming, of stability, of arriving somewhere that feels right. I feel like this card is showing me a version of this connection that has found its footing, that has moved through the hard part and landed somewhere solid. The Four of Wands speaks to a foundation, not just a rekindling of feeling, but an actual grounded place where two people can stand together without wobbling. I feel like the cards are saying that if this connection is given the chance it is asking for, there is something genuinely stable and beautiful waiting on the other side. The advice from this card is to trust the process. The discomfort of this moment is not the end of the story. It is